Life is a series of seconds strung into minutes, strung into hours, strung into years, strung into a lifetime.
Today started like any other day, with bunnies, coffee on the stove, pouring my coffee into my favorite bicycle coffee mug and watching the steam rise into the air. And then moving on with those daily tasks. Getting some love from Gustav the cat and thinking of the rides to come. Getting some more love from Cosette, the other cat.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. I am Tony Thompson, the Olympic bicycling champion. For me, bicycling has been part of my life since my very first breath. My very first toys were bicycles. They were small bicycles, they were bookmark bicycles, they were gift bicycles. Everything I played with, even where I laid my head, was a bicycle. Then I started riding tricycles, the three-wheelers thrilling me, and then smaller two-wheelers. But then, one day, the training wheels came off, and that was when my life really changed. I had power. I fell in love with speed. Uphill, downhill, on the flats, it didn't matter, I was fast. When it came to the turns, the curves, I went faster than anyone. Reckless, yes, but fast, certainly. When we came to the hills, I bit in where others faltered. Other people had noisemakers made of cheap plastic. I had real cowbells. Life was great until I got hit by a wrong-way cyclist, and then it wasn't great. My recovery took a long time. I was in a wheelchair forever, but I got out. And when I got out, I started biking again, but it wasn't the same. Making deliveries, fixing bicycles for the neighborhood kids. I even worked birthday parties, making smoothies. Sure, I was on a bike, but it wasn't the same. Every day I wanted to ride fast. Fast, but those days were behind me, and it hurt. I managed to manage my pain in other ways, but my bicycles stayed abandoned. They were in the basement. They were in the garage. They were covered with stuff like tarps. They were just put aside, and I was not riding. Some were even getting overgrown by the weeds. It was terrible. I put one up in the ceiling, it was so bad. And then one day, it got worse. Olympians, I learned, were no longer going to pedal bicycles. They were going to race electric bikes. Keep it to yourself, I thought. This isn't your problem. You're a has-been. But then I thought, I am Tony Thompson, the greatest Olympic bicycling champion ever. It is my problem. Now I admit, I'm flag-waving old school. Bicycles have pedals, not batteries. And you sit on them. You don't ride them on a wheelie thing down the street. But that's me. But me is Tony Thompson, the greatest Olympian bicycling champion of all time. Electric stuff, bicycles, one wheels, whatever, have a place in the world, but not at Olympic bicycling racing. And I wasn't going to take that lying down. I went to the basement. I found my old cleats. They still fit. I put them on and I felt the power returning. Tony Thompson, Olympic champion, was back. Out to the garage, where underneath the tarp, my racing bike had languished for years. Did I have what it takes to come back? Was I a has-been? Could I change the world? Yes, I thought, I have what it takes. No, I'm not a has-been. And yes, I can show the world that pedal bicycles still have a place at the Olympics. They could still beat all of those electric bikes, and I would prove it. The time trials started soon. I made it to the start. Tony Thompson gets to race, I said, and the judges agreed. Quickly I passed all the other pedal racers, but in front of me were electric riders. Over time, though, their batteries started losing power, and the heavy bikes were difficult for them to pedal. I caught up with one and another, but in front of me were still more electric bikes. My lungs were burning. My legs ached. My heart was pounding. But still, they were in front of me. I pushed. Tony Thompson could make this happen. Tony Thompson could beat the electric bikes if I just pushed hard enough. But my heart